welcome to Sideshow Live! Woo! You guys, it's Spooktacular. We've already even done one of these today, so this is like old news already, right? Right? No, absolutely not. We are so ready. We've already started. If you guys aren't following us across all of our social media, you absolutely need to. There are giveaways happening at all hours of the night. I woke up and there were already like 6 giveaways on various channels, and those were only the ones that I was seeing. You know how Facebook doesn't let you see everything? So just saying, follow us on Facebook, Sideshow Collectibles, Instagram, Sideshow Collectibles, and Twitter at Collect Sideshow. There's also a very special Facebook group that you're gonna wanna join. So it is the pinned post at the top of our Facebook page. Be sure to go there and request to join because there are very exclusive things happening in that group. In fact, the group is watching together right now. Hi, group. Hi. Anyway, we are powered by Death Wish because it is Sideshow Spooktacular, so I am using my Death Wish coffee mug. Yeah, it's specifically the like Odin's blend or whatever. It's Odin Force blend because Thor. So it's like geeky and coffee and Death Wish. So like trifecta, right? Right. Anyway, Spook is a very busy time for us. It is very hectic. It is very awesome. Go enter a bunch of giveaways, sign up for our newsletter. We have so many ways for you guys to win and see awesome stuff. We have new pre-orders. We had the Iron Giant go up, and isn't it already gone? It's already waitlisted. No. So this is how Spooktacular works, you guys. So keep up. Turn on all those notifications. I like that I put that in quotes, like notifications. Not really though. Like notify, because sometimes they don't, because they're social media. Yeah, we also had the Court Apple go up. So if you're a Court of the Dead fan and you guys have all been like, I want the Court Apple, well, now you can get it. It's available for pre-order right now. So let's start today. We have a lot of awesome things happening. We have an Alice Cooper 6-scale figure because that exists, right? Like that's pretty awesome. We have the DC Animated Series collection in the house for all of you 90s nostalgia Batman the Animated Series fans. We have the Iron Man gantry from Hot Toys to take a look at. And coming up first after the break, we have, featured collector news break. But we will have Carla Ortiz in the house talking about this gorgeous Punisher on Throne art print. It is Carla's first time on the show, so we are super excited to have her. Woo! So, first up, our featured collector is Fritz Gutierrez. That is Fritz Gutierrez. Let's take a look at his collection. Wow, Fritz. Holy moly. That is a lot of stuff you have. Oh my gosh. You have, what fandoms is he covering? There's like Iron Man, Transformers, there's Lego, Star Wars. Like Lego is Hulk, so it's Avengers. Wow, that's amazing, Fritz. Thank you so much for sharing with us. If you would like to be our next featured collector, head on over to side.show/blog and click the Apply Now button. We enjoy all types of collections. Fritz's is just one example. We have a lot of various types of collectors who are all over the world and have all kinds of different collections. So please apply and be our featured collector. You can be on the show and in our blog. It's pretty awesome. We have a video break, and when we come back, we will be talking with artist Carla Ortiz. You're watching Sideshow Live. We'll be right back. Woo! Welcome back to Sideshow Live. We're here talking with artist Carla Ortiz. Hi, Carla. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have you here.
Me too, man.
Yeah, you look awesome. You're all like, I love your hair.
Yeah, thank you.
I know, it's all spooky, like spooktacular out. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your career as a professional concept artist.
Oh boy.
Just like one of those short, easy questions for you.
Short little fun facts. I was born on Halloween.
Wow.
Yeah, so this set
it's a week
is
before your
actually
birthday.
this set is actually really amazing right now, and I'm really into it.
You feel like home.
I know. I'm just like, little creepers everywhere. Yay!
Yeah, that's awesome.
Let me see. Yeah, I've been working in the industry for more than like 15 years, which is crazy.
Wow.
But then again, I also started when I was like 18.
Oh my gosh.
So it started that way. It's been crazy. I've worked in video games. I've worked in movies. For movies in particular, I've worked in World of Warcraft, Jurassic World, Rogue One. I was one of the first artists in the room with John Knoll and the whole team when they told us what was going to happen, which I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen
my
it.
gosh,
But
it's 2 years old. Come on. I think we're past spoilers, right?
It's your fault.
Yeah, I know. The tearful end. Oh my god. But I feel like most people had to know.
Yeah, it's
because
the way the story.
Yeah, the way the story goes, there was no easy way to get those plans.
Yeah, no easy, no.
Oh,
but yeah, so that was really it's you want to make a movie, cool, about how they get the plans, cool, and then that happened.
And then what happened?
Oh god, oh god.
Yeah.
So no, that was super fun.
But it does have a happy ending if you think it's a heartbreaking happy ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ton of people die, but
but.
Everybody
but
dies.
They got the plans. Everybody dies, but they got the plans.
Yeah,
the end.
Totally. Exactly. But it was one of those things that was really fun. And then I moved over to work with Marvel at the MCU.
I know. I was looking at this. It's worked on the Viz Dev team.
I worked
on a couple of little movies called Doctor Strange and Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther. Yeah, those ones. That's amazing. What was that like?
So it was super funny. Out of all of those, I loved each and every one of those projects. I got to work alongside Ryan Meyerding, who was on this show not too long ago. Ryan. Yeah, he's just amazing. Out of all of those, I think the one that I still have a super soft spot for is Doctor Strange, just because I was the one who got to design all of his costume. So everything that you see.
We were worried about you cursing. I'm about to curse. I was like, no effing way. Oh my god, what?
Yeah, bro.
What? Have you look?
Oh shit!
Oh my god! Did we just become best friends?
Bro,
yes.
That's what's up.
I know.
What's up.
Wow. Okay, so you got to design all the costumes.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I even went to the premiere, and it was super weird because I've been so I got a couple funny stories about that.
Okay, go.
First one was super cool. I joined in 2 weeks before the movie came out. Mm-hmm. So, not before the movie came out, before we had a lead for Doctor Strange. Mm-hmm. And we didn't know who it was going to be. So Meyerding was just oh, listen, just make something that kind of looks like certain actors, but not really. Just in case, just to show it to them, just to be hey, look at this. And I was out of all of them, I'm immediately yo, Benedict Cumberbatch, that would be awesome. And so I make a couple paintings of Cumberbatch. I make a couple paintings of dudes that kind of look like Cumberbatch.
Oh my god!
And literally 2 weeks after, they're just oh, it's gonna be Cumberbatch. I'm I summoned him.
Oh my god, you did! Yes. You summoned him from the ether.
It's not true.
I don't know
if it was. I don't know if it mattered a little bit, but yeah, no. It was super funny. No, it was
heavy
really
breathing.
Fun.
Heavy breathing.
But
you need a paper bag.
Okay. But yeah, so and then the other one was that I got to go to the premiere. It was my first time going to any premiere whatsoever, and that was super cool because it was kind of like going to Disney, where you're just yay, Disney is great, and then you go to Disney and you really enjoy it, but you're oh, it's a theme park, oh, there's the janitor working over there, and that's how it felt like to be at a premiere, where you're just oh, people are working there. And I didn't get a chance to talk to Cumberbatch because he's working, surrounded by people, but I felt like the biggest creeper because I've been painting him for a whole year. So I knew everything about his face. And then I see him in real life. I'm just I feel super weird with myself right now because I've been staring at this dude's face forever, and I'm just like in the corner, like, it's really intense.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's amazing. This actually leads into a really awesome question we have in our audience, which is there's two people asking, one in YouTube and one in the Facebook group, and that's what type of medium do you prefer to paint in?
It depends. So for my concept work, it's digital.
Okay.
You can't beat it because, there will always be a million and one, adjustments and changes to all that, and they're just like, hey, we need this, we need that, and you're like, psh, you got it, boom. But for my own personal time, I've been really, really digging painting in oils.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah, I just moved, about to move to a new spot that has like a super giant studio, so I'm so excited to start making really giant paintings because
That's amazing.
They make money.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So were there any specific challenges that stood out to you when you have to take a comic book character that's been well known for 30, 40 plus years, and you have to take that into the cinematic universe? What are the types of challenges in translating that? For example, Doctor Strange's costume, while having elements of Doctor Strange in the comics, looks very different because it has to go on a real person. It's not like a drawn thing. So what were the challenges in translating that?
So it's kind of crazy because some of these characters I've grown up with as well.
Oh yeah.
And for example, for Strange in particular, you have to really respect where he comes from. You have to really respect the fans and what they love about it. And you try to grab all those things and say, okay, well, there's a certain kind of elegance, there's a certain kind of cockiness, there's a certain kind of etherealness to him.
Oh my god.
And when you
you get him.
Yeah. And when you translate, and then how do you translate that to look good on film? Because a drawing can be dynamic. A drawing can be anything. A cape that's this giant can look amazing in a drawing because it's a drawing.
Yeah.
But whenever you turn that into real life, it just looks real wonky. So you have to be really, really careful on being, okay, well, what are the real life cuts or what are the real life shapes that kind of feel his giant cape.
Yeah.
Well, almost like a giant popped up cape collar.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of anime too. So in anime they always have the cool ninjas with the slash in the face. They're just yeah. So I was like, oh man, I could just imagine him being
And then you kind of got that in there where he does the cape.
Yeah, I think I didn't when we were designing the cape. It was funny because we didn't. It was one thing designing it and know that the cape was its own thing, but not necessarily seeing in the film. And you're just it took such life. How exciting!
It's its own. Well, I mean, it is. It's a relic. It's its own thing. It has its own soul.
And seeing it in film, Alexander Burns did such an incredible job taking our concepts and putting them into the into the real landscape. All the attention to detail. It was one of the best collaborations. It was also really funny because. We were going with a different direction for a long time. He was going to have a more modern outfit. And then right out of nowhere, they're like, no, let's scrap that and let's go with his original
oh wow,
kind of more training kind of costume.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was one of those things where it was just I did it in a night where I'm just listening to good music and I'm just getting into it. I'm this is awesome. And I send it in and a couple days pass and Ryan calls me, Carla, I just want to let you know, congratulations, it's yours. And I went, yeah. And he's like, Carla, chill out.
And Ryan is such a good chill guy. He was probably he's cool, yay. He's so chill all the time.
And I'm so sorry I gave you your dad.
Oh, no. I'm sure he loved it because he's such a fan too. So he loves it. No, he's such a fan. It's amazing.
Not just a fan, but an incredible draftsman, an incredible designer. You see him painting it, it's Norman Rockwell, that kind of level of painting. And so many of those movies wouldn't have looked that way without him, and it's amazing. And that whole team, Andrew Park, Anthony Francisco, Jackson, everybody there is just so incredible. So
yeah, that's awesome. So you kind of just went into this a little bit with Doctor Strange, but you always convey stories. Whenever you're doing concept art, or when you're doing, even with this Punisher print, there's a story behind it. for our audience, what is the story? Like, what has happened here?
Well, clearly, a lot had happened.
A lot has obviously gone down.
Some crazy shit happened.
There's some literal money on fire.
Yeah.
What on earth went down in this? Let's hear about it.
Listen. So we know Frank Castle likes to beat shit up.
Yeah. I mean, that's like bottom line. Like, yeah, we all know that.
And so it's one of those things where it's like, I just imagine like this gigantic group of just like evil dudes hanging out, counting their money. Mm-hmm. One of them's probably playing with a lighter or like one of those like old Sipple lighters.
Yeah.
And just being like,
just doing lighter
hey,
tricks,
Mickey,
thinking
what's
it's cool.
Going
yeah.
on?
Mm-hmm. And they're doing
then here just comes Frank Castle, you know, with this like sweet ass. I think like maybe he just wanted to take a chill break from guns. Maybe that day he still has him over here, but I don't think these guys are high level enough to like bring out the big guns.
So they're just like thugs.
Yeah, these are just
underlings.
Like,
they're just.
Yeah, this is him.
They're not actually getting any of this money that they're counting.
So one of them probably goes like, "Oh shit, the Punisher!" Starts burning the fire. Things go over in flame, and he just starts popping him left and right. And now he's just like,
this dude's in pain.
They're all in pain.
These guys like have pained looks on their face. Like
this dude in the corner is passed out.
He's just like what? No, he just like gave up. And I feel like this guy's like playing like he doesn't want to get hit anymore. So he's just like laying there like nope, I'm out.
Yeah, that's a good strategy for that dude.
I feel like like his legs are probably broken. But he also doesn't want to take a hit to like his head or his torso, right?
Yeah. No, more than likely.
Cool.
But so he's just like right now being like, that's a good job. Yeah. That's a good job. And then
so he's
probably,
just, all right, I got it.
But really it's just Frank Castle doing what he does best.
That's amazing.
Fucking shit up.
So what was the most fun part about tackling the Punisher as a character?
Oh, his expression was super fun to work on. And we had a little bit of a back and forth with this expression. Like it was like any print like this or any work like this. There's always a little bit of collaboration between you and your art directors, and just being mindful of where the character is, who the character is right now, where they're going, making sure that it fits, right now, the lore of the character. And just grabbing his expression and just being like, okay. At first I made him real angry. Like he looked like he was just pissed off.
Yeah, and he just beat the hell out of him.
Really pissed. Yeah. And they were like, whoa. Make him a little like smirky. Like sup, man. Yeah. Don't make him like he just, because the way that
it's almost like the adrenaline rush is like he beat everything out of his adrenaline rush and now he's just like, all right.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Sweet.
So it's one of those things where it's just like him. Yeah, like that expression was super fun. Plus, I'm a big fan of faces.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of painting the human figures. So anytime I can get away with just painting as many people as possible, I will. I actually had a ton of fun painting the dudes.
Yeah, these are great.
In pain. Because you don't often get to be like, paint someone who's in that much pain.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like as I'm painting them, sometimes I make faces just to make sure that like I'm painting the right folds. Because it's like sometimes the best way to paint something or make something is to just being it yourself. Mm-hmm. So I remember painting this suit. I'm just like, okay, how does it? As I'm painting.
That's amazing.
And my partner came by. He's just like, "Are you okay?" Because I'm like, oh no, I'm fine. Hi.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just go with it. It's okay. It's totally fine. So Kevin in Facebook is asking, did anyone pose for this for you?
Yes. I've had a ton of models.
Oh, awesome.
And it's super funny because I had one of my friends, we even bought him a whole getup. He bought it from me because he's like, I'm totally going to cosplay.
Oh my God.
It's a really good cosplay outfit.
That's great.
But yeah, no, I whenever possible, I like to have proper reference for what I'm working on. That's not to be confused with like completely copying the reference because that'll result in a really boring and really basic painting.
Yeah.
So for reference, I like to use it as inspiration and information. So for those budding artists in the audience, don't copy it exactly, but be inspired. It's almost like it helps you inform your brushstroke so that you're a little bit more accurate in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, whenever possible.
That's awesome.
Except in my concept work, because like you don't have time for it. So there's a lot of paintings of Doctor Strange in which I'm the reference model with my iPhone. So I'm just like this, like.
That's awesome. You're like, yeah, that's amazing. So do you have any favorite comic book artists? This is from Johan in Facebook, wants to know, do you have any favorite comic book artists, or do you just envision the character your personal way and paint it that way?
Oh, well, those are two different questions.
I mean, those are very different questions.
So in terms of favorite comic book artist, oh God, there's too many.
Yeah. Like, do you want us to do another show?
Yeah.
Like Carla's favorite comic book artist?
Phil Sienkiewicz.
Yes.
He himself is incredible. Oh God, Fiona Staples is one that I really been enjoying lately. God, no, too many, because then I would go into like, God, I forget. And I'm also really bad with names, so I could be like, oh, the comic book artist that did like Akira or Berserk or like, you know.
You're like me. I have this really hard time recalling names. They'll be like, hey, do you like this artwork? And I'm like, what comic did they draw?
Yes,
like,
or the guy that does Space Girl.
Yeah.
Or like Ashley Wood. Everybody knows
Ashley Wood.
But yeah, no, there's just too many. It's just like, we're just gonna sit here for a little bit.
And then, do you have personal ways of envisioning a character? I think the answer is yes.
Yes.
Because this is your personal Punisher. This doesn't look like another Punisher.
Yeah. I always try to give something. I think it's impossible to not make something yours when you're creating it. You know, because it's your hands. Like, and even if you're following an exact description of what a character needs to look like, or even if you're, you know, trying to like be like, oh, I'm trying to be as accurate as I can, it still goes through the filter of you. Mm-hmm. So that in itself will always have something that's a little bit of you. Now, of course, on something like this, you know, I'm following a very specific costume, but I'll still change little things to fit this particular image better. That question changes now when we're talking about the movies, because in the movies, yes, you again, as I mentioned earlier, you have to think about what looks good in camera. You also have to think about what's comfortable to wear.
Oh, that's true.
Originally for Doctor Strange, I had him wearing one of these like ninja gloves thingy, because I'm a big nerd and I just like, I loved it. But the costume designer was just like, no, he can't do that because he's constantly going to be moving his hands, and that's going to chafe and be really painful for the actor. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
What's really funny is what I thought of is I was like, oh, if you put something there, he's had surgery on his hands so many times that like I feel like he wouldn't want that there because his hands are his life. Yeah.
I was thinking, like, it wouldn't be like a full cover. It was more like one of those, like, thumb to here. I think it looks cool.
Yeah, that does look cool. So, Spectrum Magazine.
Yeah.
We have props.
Spectrum
Magazine. Tell us a little bit about this.
All right. Well, this is one of the annual fantasy books, fantasy sci-fi books. Comes out every year. And it was one of the first books that I saw when I was in Barnes & Noble a very, very, very long time ago. Oh, that's me.
That one's her. This black and white one. Oh, there are Post-its that say
things
that say
proper for releases and all kinds of secret stuff.
Oh no, now you saw all of our secrets. None of those are promo codes, guys. None of them are promo codes.
There may be some phone numbers in there.
Oh.
But just giving them incentive to look back at this.
People are gonna like screenshot that and it'll be all over the forums.
But
good job.
So Spectrum Live, again, is one of those books that, you know, I saw when I was in Barnes & Noble. And that was around the time that I was really getting into illustration. I was very young, wee lass. And I remember seeing Brahm and a lot of like magic artists, because that's how I got into illustration too. I was playing Magic the Gathering and I was just like, hell yeah. And so it was my dream to always be a part of it. Well, I was a part of it. I think when I was 25 I got into it.
Oh,
yeah, and it was just like, and I called my parents.
You're like, look!
Like, but the funny thing is, 2 years ago I won a gold award for that particular drawing that we were showing earlier. And it was really funny because they called my name. They were like, Carla Ortiz, and I'm just like, It didn't register, so I had like one of my friends like poke me like, and I was just like, so
That's
yeah,
amazing.
It was really funny. The funny thing too, that's the same year that Phil Sinkovich as well won his master award.
So you got to
Grandmaster.
stand on the same.
Yes.
Wow, how did that feel?
Really fun. The guy is
You
super
were like,
fun.
hey.
The guy is super fun. The guy's a trip. He wears like super low cut shirts always. So like, I'm just like, oh, cool. It's a thing.
That's awesome.
He's super, super nice.
I just would have been like,
yeah.
How were you in his presence? Because I would have just stared and not been able to talk.
It's one of those things where it's like I've seen a lot of movie stars in my life. I don't get nervous around actors, but I get nervous around artists. I'm just like, hello.
I feel like that's completely fair.
Yeah.
Completely fair.
Absolutely. And no, but the guy is so very sweet that it's hard not to. It's hard to not feel comfortable. But then funny thing, in the year after, I was a judge. So this is the issue in which I was a judge for.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, we saw about 5,500 entries.
Wow.
Within a day and a half, and entries from all over the world, from professionals to students, and it was just like insane because you're just sitting in a room with a bunch of people who are also incredible artists, and you're just kind of going through all the entries.
Wow.
I was the harsh judge. I was the one that was like, yes, no, yes, no. So I finished fast.
That's awesome. You're just like, you knew right away. You had like instincts, so you just went through it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it gets tricky too, judging art competitions, because like after a certain technical level, then it becomes about what you like, and that's super subjective.
Yeah.
So it was really hard for us to say which people deserved awards, and so because it was a lot very subjective.
Yeah.
But this was a great year. Anthony Francisco, another MCU friend, won gold for the Dora Milaje concept that he did.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, it was super fun.
So you just brought up Dora Milaje. We're getting asked, what was your favorite part about working on Black Panther?
Everything.
I was like
everything.
Cool. Short answer.
No. It was one of those things where it's just like when I got the prompt, I just finished working on Thor Ragnarok, and I got the prompt. It's like Ryan had pushed me away from Andy, and I was just like, "Come work with me." And I'm like, "Okay, what are we working on?"
Yeah.
Black Panther.
You're like, what?
And so and so immediately we got in like a couple of the earlier designs or what we wanted Wakanda to feel, and it was just a blast. It was a blast. The pivotal moment I think of that film was when Anthony Francisco did design the Dora Milaje. In every movie there's one concept that will be like, oh, this is what everything looks like.
Yeah.
That was that for that movie. For Doctor Strange, it was Doctor Strange. I gotta hype myself up.
Yeah.
No. But it's one of those things where it's just like, it becomes kind of like it's almost like a very pivotal puzzle piece to the whole jigsaw puzzle, where it's like, oh, clearly that's now everything fits, and that's the moment.
Awesome.
And so once that was established, then we'd it became a lot easier to figure out who all these characters were. It was really fun too, because as we started getting casting of who was who, designing for that cast was also super fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And then Joe Lombardo in YouTube says, did you get to design for Jeff Goldblum's Grandmaster?
Yes.
And how was that?
So amazing, you guys. No, it was super funny because my costume, Sikaris was the one who got his in, but my costume got so close.
Oh,
so close.
That's so fun.
He was wearing this super Gucci coat with a crazy print. It was black and white,
what
gold.
Jeff Goldblum actually wears in real life.
It was very Jeff Goldblum.
Cool.
Yeah.
But Jeff Goldblum is the Grandmaster.
He's so good in that. When I saw it, but it's one of those things where it's just when you're in it, you're just like, oh, my concept didn't get chosen. Okay. But then you see it all together and you're like, no, that's correct. They chose. There's no better design for that. Awesome. Every time you're just like, yep. And you also get your friends to see your friends. You're just like, yay!
See, I love like collaborative efforts like that
yeah.
where you're just like completely happy for whoever gets
yeah.
chosen and you're just like, awesome.
I mean, you have to, especially if you work in like the film industry or in the games industry. It's a collaborative effort. If you, a lot of people go through a really hard time, especially when they start in, because they think it's me time. I'm going to make my voice heard, and everything's going to be as I say because I'm the artiste. And no. It's a lot more collaborative than that, and it's a lot more about elevating each other. Like you really get excited when you see, like, again, Anthony with his like fantastic work. It was just like, oh, that's amazing, of course. Yeah. And so on and so on. So
that's amazing.
Okay.
And then circling it back around to you, collaborative effort to you. Do you attend shows or conventions at all?
All the time.
All the time? Do you have any upcoming ones that you'd like to talk about?
Let me see my upcoming one. I'm going to be teaching. I teach a lot more workshops now than attend.
Oh, wow.
Conventions. I think I'm definitely planning to be in Comic-Con next year for sure.
Yeah.
The big one.
Yeah.
I absolutely love New York Comic-Con. I couldn't make it this year, but I'm hoping to go next year. Have a little. It's the best.
It has such good energy.
I do love it. I went there last year. It was just the best.
And then San Diego, there's just nothing like San Diego.
Yeah, of course. So it's
so you have to do the two.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to do the two. I'm also looking forward to Emerald City Comic-Con. I'm hoping to be there too.
That's cool.
But for things that are happening right away, I'm doing a workshop at the Concept Design Academy coming up in the 17th.
Wow.
I don't know if it's sold out yet, but I think it's sold out. I don't know. We'll see. Gonna do paintings of live action stuff. So.
Oh, rad. That's awesome. So we're gonna take one more question, and that is from Misty. Hi, Carla. We know you work well with known heroes and anti-heroes, but if you had to choose a villain to work with or paint, who would you paint?
Oh my God. Yeah. Harley Quinn.
Yes!
I have been dying to bring a Harley Quinn version that is like the animated Batman. Because I think that's my favorite. That's the one I grew up with.
Well, yeah.
And I
feel like we're in the same age group.
Yeah. And I'm just like, like she was the best. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with the new Harley Quinn, but like
there's something about like because you
just
I mean, for me, there's just like a soft spot because she was the one. She was
and there's
Harley.
so many creepy things you can do. With, again, it's Harley Quinn. It's a specific kind of clown. So I would love to. Every time I'm just like, if I have free time, I'm gonna do my Batman redesigns, but I never have free time.
Oh, well, I mean, I say all, but at the same time, I'm like, awesome. Yeah, that means you're working all the time and you have like a lot of fun things to do. So this is the Punisher on the Throne art print. It is officially licensed by Marvel, and it is by Carla Ortiz right here. It is limited to only 150 pieces. There's only 150 pieces of this, guys. It is an 18 by 24 fine art Giclée print, and it is hand signed by the artist right here, Carla. It comes with an embossed seal of authenticity, which is a word I can never say for some reason. And you can pre-order it now at side.show/punisherprint. Side.show/punisherprint. It is available right now for pre-order. Go and pre-order that right now. And thank you so much, Carla, for being on the show with us. You guys, you're so rad. This is so awesome.
Hell yeah.
And we have a short video break, and when we come back, we'll be talking Batman, the animated series.
Yo!
Weird. So you're watching Sideshow Live. We'll be right back.
Bruce Timm's art just had such a huge impact on people because it was just so different, so new. It was a language of line work that was unlike anything people had seen at the time.
DC animation just really kind of exploded, expanded, and was a huge inspiration. The designs, the storytelling, even the animation, it's just so unique.
The representations on the show were everything that you loved about the comic. It gave a whole generation Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman to know and to love.
Line work and silhouettes, no matter which angle it's drawn at, you could see in the show that it creates a sense of movement. So we wanted to kind of capture that energy and bring that energy into a three-dimensional form that's representative of the feeling of the cartoon.
We're starting the line with Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. And with DC, we always default to the Justice League Trinity because it covers so much.
We didn't want a static presentation. We really wanted something that not only captured the style, but captured the animation.
It's kind of meant to embody the best attributes of each character.
Translating any 2D art, especially art that fans hold really dear, turning that into 3D is always a challenge.
You always have to check your lines from every single angle, every step of the way, because one contour from the front, it looks totally different when translated into 3D from a different angle.
During the show, the style started to change, and we just wanted to take bits and pieces of everything and make the idealized version of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
We're just doing a little highlighting and shading to sort of give them a more three-dimensional feel, but I think from any angle you could take a picture of it and it would look like a still from the show.
We wanted the base to be very specific to that character and their storyline.
Much more representative of the backgrounds in the show, splattered and stipply, kind of creating tonal maps and shadows rather than more subtle paint on the figure.
I think we've taken the art and found a fun, new, unique way to present it.
The collaboration aspect on these things it's amazing. Pretty much everyone involved has an intense love for these characters.
I'm hopeful and optimistic that our fans will find the joy in these things as much as we have.
The sense of action, I think, is really what ties them all together. It's been great watching the main Trinity kind of come to life, but I think fans will be excited to see which characters outside of the Trinity may be coming up.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Sideshow Live. We are here with the DC animated statue collection, aka all of our childhoods, like right here in front of you in statue form. So these guys look so amazing. They debuted at San Diego Comic-Con this year, and we are so happy to welcome them into the Sideshow Live set. Oh my god, I think they look so good. I'm like so excited for these to come out. It's so rad. So let's get a closer look at them. Know that these are all prototypes, so they're very fragile, which is why I'm curled up on a chair, so I don't even touch the table. First up is the Batman animated series statue. It is about 16 inches tall, and he is taking a running leap off of a Gotham rooftop for his base. He also has his trusty bats that are taking flight alongside him, and he looks so rad. Oh my god. To most of us, Kevin Conroy's Batman, correct? Correct. You guys are all nodding. You can verbally acknowledge me. I'm a person. Just saying. No, I'm not a person. Thanks, Brendan. Yeah, I just called you out. That's what just happened. But Kevin Conroy is Batman, so obviously he voiced Batman in the animated series, and this is such a great likeness to Batman himself. He does come with an exclusive edition, or there is an exclusive edition that comes with a swap out hand that holds his grapple gun. And the exclusive edition is priced at $425 USD. That's $425 USD. We don't have the swap out here on set today, but that is what the exclusive is. What you're seeing here is the collector edition, which is $415 USD, and Batman is available for pre-order right now. Just head on over to side.show/animatedbatman, side.show/animatedbatman. Now, I feel like we need to play like dun 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 dun. I can't sing. Anyway, this is the Superman animated series statue. He is about 20 inches tall. He is taking flight off of the roof of the Daily Planet building, and there are 3 newspapers that are on the back of his base that you can't really see, but they have awesome, fun moments from the DC animated universe as their headlines. I can see something, there's an ad for Star Labs, at least, right over here, that I can see. So I think that's cool. The exclusive edition has an alternate portrait with a smiling expression, and then the collector edition just has the one portrait with his very serious super look. This pre-orders tomorrow, which is Thursday, October 25th, between noon and 3 p.m. Between 9 and 12 p.m. Wow, I just went straight off of memory right there. Between 9 and 12 p.m. Pacific time. This is Spooktacular throws me completely off because things are on different times. So it pre-orders between 9 and noon Pacific time tomorrow, Thursday, October 25th. That's amazing. The exclusive edition is also $425 USD, just like Batman, and the collector edition $415 USD, just like Batman. He pre-orders tomorrow. Go RSVP for him right now at side.show/animated Superman. That's side.show/animated Superman. Now, we have a super special treat for you guys. Technically, Wonder Woman wasn't supposed to be on the show because this is such an early stage Wonder Woman, and she's not pre-ordering just yet. But she looks so cool, and the collection looks so good together that we wanted to have her on the show. I don't have any of her stats because of the fact that she isn't really available yet. But you can RSVP for her at side.show/wonderanimated. That's side.show/wonderanimated. You can see her like Acropolis type base that looks like it's Themyscira themed. She's holding her lasso of truth. She has on the, what are her bracelets called? Submission? Bracelets of submission. Thank you. It just took me a second. She looks so much like Wonder Woman from the animated series. I am going to call out Susan Eisenberg right now because when we do pre-order this statue, I would love to have you on the show and come talk about voicing Wonder Woman with me. I love you, Susan. So please come talk Wonder Woman. We love Wonder Woman. So again, that's side.show/wonderanimated.
Hold on.
What?
Before we go forward.
Before we go forward.
This morning's giveaway was a little too easy.
Okay,
I
so
got a new challenge.
all right, so Buffy has presented a new challenge.
Yeah.
Wow. Speaking of Wonder Woman, Buffy, look at this. Okay.
So instead of 2 minutes to answer the question, they have 1 minute to answer the question.
Wow, Buffy's throwing down for Spooktacular. You guys all have 1 minute to answer this trivia question. In case you guys didn't see the earlier show, Kitty decided to give away something. So now Buffy's giving away a Wonder Woman. This is the training armor version, 6-scale figure from Hot Toys. This is, wow, Buffy. Jeez. The Wonder Woman training version, 6-scale figure from Hot Toys. You have one, here's the deal. Across all 3 chats, Facebook group, Facebook, and YouTube, there is going to be a trivia question that I have in my hand from Buffy. Once I am done asking the question, you have 1 minute to answer it correctly. If you answer it correctly, you will be chosen. One winner will be chosen at random to win this amazing prize. So you have 1 minute from the time I'm finished asking this question. What super-powered female outsider trained on Themyscira was named an honorary Amazon warrior? What super-powered female outsider trained on Themyscira and was named an honorary Amazon warrior? You have 1 minute to answer. And out of the correct answers, someone will be chosen at random to win this. We are going all out for Spooktacular this year, guys.
They'll be notified this afternoon.
You will be notified this afternoon if you won. Same goes, what about kitties? Same with kitties.
Mm-hmm.
So the Batgirl and the Wonder Woman, this will be notified this afternoon. You guys are crazy awesome. Wow. We have a video break, and when we come back, we have the Iron Man in his, we have Iron Man Mark IV in suit up gantry. You're watching Sideshow Live. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Sideshow Live. We are here with the Iron Man Mark IV with Suit Up Gantry 6-scale figure set. It's a lot of things to say. That's a lot of things to say, everyone. This, we're just gonna do a turnaround of it. This is given to us by our friends at Hot Toys, and this is kind of an amazing piece, especially if you have one of those people that has the Iron Man Armory set. You're kind of gonna want a gantry to go in front of that armory. That way you can hook it up like this. This is really cool. I'm touching. I'm touching because this is the first time I've seen it, so I don't know everything that it entails. Oh, right, I have notes. This has the authentic detailed likeness of the Iron Man Mark IV as seen in the movie Iron Man 2. He has an interchangeable head that has a likeness of Tony Stark on it, while this helmeted head has an LED light up function that has a white light and is battery operated. The batteries are included for the figure, but they are not included for the rest of it. So if you want to light up the gantry, you do need to go out and get yourself a set of three AAA batteries. So the figure will light up with the batteries included in the set. The armor has over 30 points of articulation and contains die-cast material. So, oh, that's pretty cool. Sorry, I touched. That's how I learn. Yeah, this is a really cool, heavy die-cast figure. All right. It has 2 pairs of interchangeable shoulder armor. One is a regular set, and then there's a set that have weapon firing on them. There's a piece of chest armor that swaps out, or doesn't swap out, is removable to reveal the interior mechanical design of Iron Man himself or of the suit. There are 2 interchangeable forearms. One is regular, one fires weapons. There is an LED light up of the arc reactor, and it's a white light, and that battery operated. That is part of the battery included set. And he has 6 pieces of interchangeable hands that include a pair of fists, a pair of hands with articulated fingers and light up repulsors. Again, light up batteries with the figure, and a pair of repulsor firing hands. His accessories that are included, because he has a Tony Stark swap out head, of course he has his red framed sunglasses, much like Tony Stark does have. He also comes with a donut box that has 1 donut inside, because this is Iron Man 2 after all. and a coffee cup, because of course he has a coffee cup. Why wouldn't he have a coffee cup? He needs to get his caffeine on. So this is the suit up gantry. I'll do another turnaround for you guys to take a better look. It is the authentic and highly detailed suit up gantry that has great articulation and they did a whole new paint scheme in order to, like a paint process, in order to get the correct type of paint that Tony uses, or I guess would weather throughout the use of this Iron Man gantry. It has 5 mechanical arms, one on the left, one on the right side for disarming, one in the front for disarming, one in the back, and one on the back for the helmet, and then one on the back for the rest. And then it has 4 smaller mechanical arms that help get out the legs, and and the whole gantry does have a light up function. But like I mentioned earlier, the batteries are not included in that. You'd have to go out and get some batteries for this. It's 3 AAA. And this whole thing is available for pre-order now. So head on over to side.show/Mark4Gantry. You might have to look at that. Side.show/Mark4Gantry. And again, available for pre-order right now. I would say a must-have for any Iron Man collector. That seems like something that you would want with your Hall of Armor. Definitely Tony Stark fans are gonna want that. It is really, really cool. And of course, like mech parts. Who doesn't like mechs? We like mechs here. So we have one more short video break for you guys, and when we come back, we will be doing a brief Q&A, because I'm sure you guys have questions about Spooktacular. We did start this morning. So we have a brief Q&A, so we'll be right back. Hey everyone, welcome back. Do you guys have questions? Oh look, we have questions. Oh, they're still for Carla. You guys, Carla's not here anymore. I would like her back as well, but I already miss her. But I need questions for us in Spooktacular. How many of you out there have never played Spooktacular before? If you're a first timer, you're probably gonna wanna know some things. So we have a couple of blogs that are meant to help you out. Yes? So side.show/soul is where you will go in order to, oh, look at that. Oh, it popped up on the bottom. Side.show/soul is where you're gonna go to learn all about soul collecting, what it's about, how you do it, and also the best ways to not get disqualified. I think that's like one of the biggest things. About Spooktacular is the soul collecting, and it's a lot of fun. So the gist of it is, across our social media, from what started at 10 a.m. today, so about 2 hours we've had of soul collecting, and you just hashtag your offer across Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter with "Sold my soul to Sideshow 2018. You get one chance, one offer. Do not try to triple post across all 3 platforms, because we'll catch you and you'll be disqualified. Don't offer something gross, because that's gross and you'll be disqualified. What are some of the other guidelines? Mostly we like lighthearted offers. We mentioned some of our favorites earlier on the previous live stream, where there was someone who dressed up as David S. Pumpkins and his kids were the 2 skeletons, and they did the whole skit. That was amazing. We had someone, Kitty, you talked about one of your favorites as well.
Someone dressed as a Ghostbuster and went to the library.
Someone dressed as a Ghostbuster to go to the library. So we have a lot of lighthearted ones like that. But again, don't try to cheat the system, because we have a whole team paying attention, and it's all hands on deck during Spooktacular. And Buffy will catch you, and because I ran soul collecting last year, and as I don't know, as mean, as tough as I was.
I'm okay with being called mean.
Okay, that's tough. I might have been tough, but Buffy's borderline mean. How about that? She slays. There's a reason that she's a slayer. So there you go. I know that Susan won't tell us, but what is she going to be for Halloween? Well, why'd you ask if you know I won't tell you? I'm not going to tell you. There you go. Will we see Mort this year? I don't know. Will we see Mort this year? I feel like that might be like a Dennis question since he's the creator of Mort. But I don't know if we're going to see Mort this year. I see Mort every day because he lives at my desk. We have pet zombies. Sometimes I let Kitty borrow him because she likes to feed him small brains. Like Mort-sized brains. Wow, we're already losing our minds. This is good. All Facebook questions are about codes. You guys, don't ask about codes. Come on. Play the game that you're given. You can't like create a new, like, that's, you know, like play the cards you're dealt. If you're just constantly looking for codes, what else are you missing? Because right now I can tell you there are giveaways happening across all of our social media channels. There was a code this morning, but you probably missed it. There's email stuff going out. There's site giveaways. Play the cards you're given. You know, like it's so crazy that you guys are asking about codes when there's all this other stuff happening right now. There's something like at the end of Spook, we have something like over 100 giveaways that are going to be happening. Why are you asking for codes? Come on, guys. No sniveling. What's up? Anyway, I'm just saying. I'm gonna call them out. This is Spooktacular. We don't pull punches here. Anyway, Louis Velasquez wants to know: will there be a 4th this year? I don't know, Kitty. Will there be a 4th this year?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is this set not good enough?
Yeah. What's up? We have our brand new set to break in. Maybe there'll be a 4th. I don't know. What is your one go-to horror movie that you always watch this time of year? From Michael Lampkin. I feel like this is a question for the room. So, Brendan?
I missed the question.
Oh my God! What? What is the one go-to horror movie that you watch this time of year?
I don't like horror films.
Brendan doesn't like horror films. Get out of my studio. Anyone want to answer this? I know that at least Challenger watches horror films, but he doesn't want to talk to me. He's mad.
The Exorcist.
The Exorcist, that's a good one. Sam, thank you, Sam, for participating in Spooktacular.
I want to answer, but if too many people have the same answer, we'll be in trouble. Beetlejuice.
Oh, that's right. That's true. That's true. He'll just like walk through our studio. But yours is also, you also like the new It.
I do.
Yeah.
I do like the new
so
It.
Kitty likes the new It, which we just saw the Pennywise maquette on the video right there.
And I can't wait for the second half of that movie to come out.
So good. I want to do like a Stranger Things rewatch. And Sabrina comes out on Friday. So guess what I'm doing this weekend?
Woohoo!
It's happening. But yeah, Beetlejuice is also my go-to. But we learned but I don't know, the mythology of the movie is we each have to say it 3 times. Like, it doesn't work back and forth. Anyway.
That's true.
Okay, what is the one... Ryan Jones wants to know, what is the number 1 special guest you would like to interview that has never been interviewed on Sideshow Live? Oh my gosh, like... So many! So many. Like, the whole cast of the Avengers. How about that? We haven't had a single Avengers cast member in here. The whole cast of the Avengers. Come on in. We would love to have you. You're completely invited. Let's start there. Then we'll go with what, like, episode 9 is coming out next year. The whole cast of episode 9. Yeah. J.J. Abrams, anybody who's working on anything geeky. Like, I can't be more specific than that because we want everybody to come in and talk to us. It's awesome. Okay. Do you have a favorite Halloween candy? Everyone's favorite Halloween candy. Do you eat candy, Brendan?
Yes.
Okay, what is your favorite candy?
I like Kit Kats.
Brendan likes Kit Kats. There you go. No one else is answering. Brendan likes Kit Kats.
Twix.
Twix is good too. I like Twix.
I like Almond Joys.
Almond Joys.
Ooh, those new Butterfinger cups are pretty bomb.
Butterfinger cups.
Mm-hmm.
Kit Kats all day.
Kit Kats? 2 for Kit Kats. 3 for Kit Kats? Wow.
Yes, Kit Kat crew. No,
Wow.
never mind. I
Kit
didn't
Kat
say that.
crew.
I didn't say that.
Oh my god.
Horrible.
Buffy just made a thing, guys.
No.
Let's all make it a thing.
Retracting it immediately.
Buffy made a thing. It's happening. Kit Kat crew. Oh my god.
It just happened.
See, I'm not a huge chocolate person, so I always go with like Swedish Fish and like, Sour Patch Kids and what? Sour Patch Kids. Thank you. And then like, I don't know, Laffy
Candy corn's
Taffy.
good.
Candy corn's good. Who the hell are you?
Candy corn's good.
Actually, no candy shame. Don't
Yeah, that's true. We're not gonna candy shame. We don't candy shame in here in this office.
Come on.
Have you been watching Daredevil? I have not been watching Daredevil because I've been prepping for Spooktacular. I will watch Daredevil because Daredevil, out of all the shows, the Netflix Marvel shows, is my personal fave. Kitty had her heart broken over the weekend.
I did.
I know, she's very sad. We're all very sad for her. Yeah. But the snap happened. You have to respect the snap.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, and
I'm gonna fight Thanos myself.
You're gonna fight Thanos yourself.
It'll be a snap.
Oh my god. Why isn't Malavestros mentioning Chris Pine in his fortunes?
Because we had a talk with Malavestros.
Because we had a talk with Malavestros, and we told him that he can't favor any particular Star Trek captain or Wonder Woman love interest at any time. Sorry, Malavestros. He's right here. He's right there. Sorry, dude. You have to stop playing faves. We need you to be more underworld centric. And we brought him back down to the underworld instead of back down to Earth. That didn't land. Huh? Yeah, thank you for my one clap, Brendan.
That's all you get.
All right. Well, if there are no more questions, I'm just gonna go
There's
through.
plenty of live streams this week.
There are so many live streams this week that I feel like I should just like stop the questions now because P.S. you have like at least 2 tomorrow and at least 2 on Friday, and then I think I get a break for the weekend, but I don't even know. It's Spooktacular. All bets are off. So you guys, thank you so much for having a great show with us today. We showed you the Iron Man gantry. Buffy gave away a Wonder Woman training version from Hot Toys because we had the DC animated statues here. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, they rocked. It was so awesome to see them all together again. What else do we have on the show? We had Carla Ortiz, like basically my new best friend / the coolest person ever, talking about her Punisher on Throne art print and doing a lot of Q&A about everything that she's done. That woman is amazing. Love you. Thank you so much, Carla. You can come back on the show anytime and geek out with us. Like, what else? What else was in my notes? What else? Yeah, that was it. You guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been a Spooktacular Live. Happy Spooktacular, everyone. Pay attention to all of our social media because there are giveaways happening across all of it. Head on over to side.show/notify. Does that link still work? Yes, it does. And it will tell you all the different ways you can get notified when we go live, when we're doing shenanigans during Spooktacular. If you want codes, you should probably turn on your notifications because that's how you get them, because they last like that. And what else? Spooktacular, guys. Pay attention. Sleep is for the weak. No sniveling. Have so much fun. And don't forget to let your geek side show. Thank you guys so much for watching. Woo!